Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. For this week's video, I was hoping I'd be able to download a different video, but it looks like that is going to be delayed a little bit. So I went ahead and did 5 more projects for this week. I decided to just stay in the neutral range. Getting into fall, guys, it was 63 in the morning and this weekend it's supposed to be 97. Oh, I'm ready for fall. So on that note, if you guys have a Hobby Lobby near you, go check these out. These little fall wooden leaves. They're in the fall craft section, $5.99 for 3 of them. They're 40% off. And I am doing some projects in this week's video and hopefully next week's video. So you'll want to make sure you grab some of these because they are adorable. So without further ado, let's get started. For my first project today, I am going to be using these really cool wooden leaves that I got from Hobby Lobby in the fall section. $5.99 but 40% off. My sweet friend Kristen at Simply Joy Creations by Kristen. Please go follow her on Facebook if you haven't already. She has so many wonderful ideas and I love the words that she puts with her why. She's really fun to follow. So this is a nod to Miss Kristen. I painted these leaves white. I went over it with the kind disregard stamp just for a nice little subtle kind of filler. And I really love how these look in baskets or brass bowls. They're super cute. I did some sideways so they can kind of lean on their sides. Just make sure your words are facing the way that you want them to. This one I was going to hang, so I wanted my words to be up and down like this. So the next one, I have already put 3 of these in my booth and 2 of them sold within the first day. I got these napkins from Hobby Lobby and I painted the leaves white. I took the back part of the napkin off and decided where I wanted this to be on the leaf and used DIY's liquid patina as my decoupage medium. If you guys have other stuff to use, go for it. Just go around and look for some fun floral designs that you love. And I just really love how this looked. Kristen used a different napkin last year that she got from Hobby Lobby. So this was the one that in the fall section that I really loved. So I put it on there and then put the decoupage medium on top. Made sure I pulled all the air to the sides. And again, these are napkins, not necessarily made for this. So just be gentle with it. I think I tore maybe one, but was able to pull it off and just do another one. That's the great thing about it just being napkins. So I go over it. I let it dry completely before I do the next step. Now, this next step was something Kristen told me to try, and I had never done it. And I said, Kristen, I need a tutorial on this. And she kind of laughed, but I figured it out just by her telling me what to do. So I tore off these edges just so there would be less burning involved, because as you can guess, I'm going to get out a little lighter. I'm going to have water nearby in case I need it, but spoiler alert, I didn't need it. This was a super fun exercise. She just suggested burning the edges, and now again, this glue type thing is already dry, so the fire kind of stops at the edge where the glue is. Look how cool that is. Oh my gosh, I could just watch this all day. And then If it gets really black, you can kind of just push the paper off. But I kind of liked that little black edge. It didn't end up looking completely roasted, but I like the little black edge. And then you can just start it again. If it needs to go a little closer, you can just have the flame go there again. This was such a satisfying. Now, please take all the proper safety precautions. If you're nervous, do this over the kitchen sink. I do not want to be responsible for anybody starting inappropriate fires. So please take the proper safety precautions. Don't do this right here. See how I'm sanding this in? That got into the wood, and nobody wants that look in the side of the wood. So I wiped it off. Just make sure you kind of flick off the edges right there. And you can see right here, I'm just lighting it a little bit more so that it goes all the way to the inside. And sanding it, you would not have gotten that close. So I'm really happy with the look of these. I think they are super cute. I had them for sale for $7 and they sold within the first day. So I think that is an appropriate price point for these, especially if people want to buy multiples. It really is a cute way to add a nice little fall decor to your table, to your kitchen, to your bowls. It's just really cute. And as you can see, I'm just kind of burning the edges so it goes all the way up when I don't like where the flame stopped. So this was a fun exercise for me. But I also like campfires, so I really enjoyed this. Maybe a little bit too much. Let me know in the comments below. Have you guys ever tried this? This next project, I thrifted this tin thinking, I kind of like the look of these flying ducks, but then I realized it was in really rough shape. So let's paint it. I did 2 solid coats of Faded Burlap. This is going to be my neutral that I'm using for fall and Christmas this year. Again, I'm in love with this color. And I like how it went over this metal really well. I was nervous it was going to scratch, and I didn't have that problem. So I let it dry completely, sprayed it with my water mister just to get that nice smooth finish, and then went over and did 2 solid coats. Next, I'm going to get out that same napkin that I used in the first project. I was thinking this would be cute, like if you're going to Thanksgiving. Listen, I am not about making a bunch of food. I would rather go to Thanksgiving and bring one little thing. That's just how I roll. But if you're going to Thanksgiving, wouldn't it be cute if you brought like little cookies or something in this and had this cute little tin to bring it in? So cheap. Thrifted, decoupaging paper on the center and just let it dry completely. Sanded off the edges and it came off really well around the circle. I'm really happy with how that came off. And I did wet distress this whole container with the baby white before going over it with Big Top. I like distress look, so if you don't, then you didn't have to do that part, but I don't like things that look too precious. I'm more of a holes in your jeans, shabby on your decor type of a girl. So you do what you like best, but I'm just trying to show you a fun variation of these little tins and a way to kind of update it and make it really cute. So I thought, well, let's make some cute little tags. I don't know, like I just had all these papers out and I had got this pack of wooden tags from Amazon. So I am just laying them out, painting both sides. I do faded burlap on some and just a white paint on others. When painting over raw wood like this, I forgot and did it for the rest of them. I really like misting it with my water mister, and the stain just kind of goes, or the paint kind of goes in like a stain or like a paint wash. It just soaks it up and it does the job. So I'm using the center of these napkins are smooth, so that's why I'm cutting off the edge. Like you could totally use that textured edge if you wanted to, but I also got these cute napkins. They were 50% off in the party section of Hobby Lobby, and I thought I really like these colors, and it's a little fall-ish, right? So why not? So I'm making these tags. They could be fall, they could be, I don't know, for little gifts, just little gift tags. And so I'm just putting the decoupage on the back of these tags and plan on doing some fun little things on the other side and just kind of making them all unique and a nice little thing to add to some of the stuff I'm selling in my booth, or gifts or food items that you're bringing to fall parties and Thanksgiving. So I'm just trying to come up with some really cute, simple ideas. And if you do it all at the same time, I'm thinking I could probably sell them for $3 a piece, which if you're doing these one at a time, that's nothing, right? But if you are doing it in bulk like this, it'd totally be worth your time. Plus, it's always nice to have cute little handmade things. And don't forget to do the $3 range. Those can really add up. Just ask me about my postcards and my stickers. Another cute idea for these could be like little place card holders that you can put on top of your plates, and then they could take it home with them and have their name on a cute little tag. So just a bunch of ideas. I did intend to do a lot more stuff on the other side, whether it's stamped names, maybe find some newspaper or books that say thankful and stuff like that. But this would be a great opportunity to do some mixed media and just kind of have like a little art time. Now I want to move on to a cross that was originally from Hobby Lobby that I got at the thrift store. These are not my colors, but I love the little flower on here. So I'm taking off the tag, doing 2 coats of faded burlap. I did end up going over the flower with the faded burlap just with like a dry brush stroke. And you can see here that none of the blue really came through, and I was okay with that. I wanted some of that rusty look to come through without having to heavily paint it and then wet distress it. So dry brushing was a great option here. And then I lightly distressed the sides of the cross with a wet wipe after 2 solid coats, and then went over it with Big Top. And I think I'm going to use this up in my gallery wall up in my upstairs hallway. I just really like the neutral and the size, and the price was right too. The last project of today is a Bundt can pumpkin that I did in last year's video. It was bright yellow. I painted it black. It's a little too Halloween-y color for me, but I really did love the way it looked. But then somebody really manhandled it in my booth and just busted it out and broke it. So I was like, you know what? It didn't sell. I'm going to make this for my house. I just think they are so cute. I did 2 coats of faded burlap, wet distressed just a little bit over these little ridges so you could see how cute the pan was. Went over the whole thing with Big Top and then add some cute little embellishments that I had in my stash and from last year. And I think this is so precious and it is going in my home. Didn't sell last year. It might have sold this year because of the cute color now, but you know what? This is staying with me. So what did you think of this week's projects? Are you encouraged to do some stuff that speaks to your heart when it comes to this fall season? I sure hope so. I know that a lot of us like to sell our items, but I don't want you to forget to create stuff for you, to create the cozy in your space. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I might have lost sight of that a little bit this summer. I just had coffee with some sweet viewers, Susan and Miles, this morning. And let me just remind you, find a community where you are. Because going into business for yourself, it is not for the faint of heart. There are ups and downs. There are busy seasons and slow seasons. And sometimes it helps to just sit and talk to people who are like-minded, who do the same things you do. And I just wanted to say that Susan and Miles, you absolutely encouraged me today, and to keep going, to realize that when you keep doing stuff that is your purpose, it will work out. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for your friendship today. I wanted to encourage you guys to find some people in your local community who love to do the same things that you do, and get together with them, encourage them, check in with them. Being a small business owner can be a very lonely thing because it's just you, right? So get around some other small business owners or creators that love to do what you do and encourage each other. Okay, that's my soapbox for the week. Did you guys have a favorite project? These wooden leaves are so precious. And again, don't forget to go check out my friend Kristen. I will put her information in the description below. Her Facebook feed is always full of encouragement, amazing ideas, and she's just such a joy. Just wanted to encourage you to go follow her over there. So, is that it? I don't know. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hitting that notification bell to also get notified every time I upload a new video. I am thankful for you guys, and I wanted to encourage you guys to create and do the things that feed your soul, and everything else will follow. So be encouraged. I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.